Hello everybody, welcome back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like I said last time, we are going to finish off the mysteries in Oxford and then go and do the Baker's Quest back in Ravensthorpe. So our first mystery has to do with somebody who looks hurt.
Come out, Dandy do!
Oh, that's not good.
What has happened?
Dandelion Puff upset some kindling. Bad girl. Everything burst into flames. I barely escaped.
Dandelion Puff.
My ickle doggy walkie. She's still in the house. I rushed out, but she didn't follow me.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's better than having, like, a child in the house still. I mean, now granted, considering that, obviously, oh good, I can't get into there.
Dandy do!
Okay, let's break that so that we can move it out the way. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. We now have our exit. Now all we need to do is get Eivor to figure out how to use the door again. Through there. Get the house opened up a little bit more. Oh, in here maybe? No, come on.
Dandelion Puff.
Oops.
You're no dog. This way, girl. Let's get out of here.
Come on, Fox. Oh. This way.
Your mistress is this way, Dandelion.
There we go. That was easy enough. Although that fox is making... Do foxes, like, coo like that? Because that seemed weird. It sounded like a bird, but... I mean, I would accept that. If somebody told me they did, I would believe them.
You live! That was wrong to stay in the burning house. Wrong, wrong, wrong.
She's lucky to be alive.
Friend, I soon will sleep in the comforting arms of the Lord. Can you please look after my ickle doggy dog?
Dandy is no dog. She is a fox.
A fox? How silly I've been. So that's why you love the forest so, eh, Dandy Puff?
But yes, I will find a place for her.
Bless you. I die in peace. Goodbye, my dandy, dandy do.
Okay, now what? Like, do I actually... I mean, it's still following me. So... What do I do with the fox? I mean, do I just ride off and say, fuck it? Do I... Like, I don't... I mean, I could fast travel back to Ravensthorpe and see if it follows me, or see if, like, it goes with me, I guess. Also, what the hell is that? Rivalry for the Ages? Oh, right. I remember. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll go back to Ravensthorpe. I mean, I feel like you should do... I mean, that's one of the issues with some of these mysteries, right? Is that, like, they end, but then there is still, like, another step that you can do afterwards. Oh. So it's like... It comes up mystery complete, but is it really? Like, did I finish it? I mean, if I fast travel and it's not with me, then... Oops. I mean, like I said, it was following me, which leads me to believe that I could, in fact, do something with it. But, like, what? I don't know. Like, the only thing I could think of would be to bring it back to Ravensthorpe. It's not like I really have. I mean, I guess I could have just ran into the forest with it and seen if it just decided to stay there and live in the forest. I could have tried to find, like, yeah, it's not with me. That's not a surprise. Hey, look at that. Somebody else recruited my lieutenant. Alright. Well, that was a waste of time. But whatever. I guess we'll go to the corpse feeders next. And fight our next legendary animal. That's a shame. I feel like I could have done something with the fox. But it's hard to tell because, like, some of the stuff that you can do in this game isn't really, like, obvious, or even, like, a little bit obvious, you know, like, a little bit obvious. Like, the only reason I even assume that I could have done something with the fox is because it was still following me, but it could just be that they didn't disable the follow after, or, like, they don't disable the follow after you talk to the woman, which could also be the case. And in reality, you couldn't do anything with it afterwards. I mean, I really don't know. But anyway, I don't remember what... I think this is a dog/wolf type creature again. It's in, like, a very burnt out... I do believe that if... that I read some stuff while I was getting the loot that was in the same village, because he's just in a pen. He's not even in, like, an area, like, there's no real reason why you wouldn't be able to okay, are you shitting me? Am I gonna have to fight a couple of wolves before I go and fight the big bad wolf here?
Words, take it.
That's not a wolf at all. That is a lynx. Well, that's my first lynx paw. I never had one of those before. But yeah, as you can see, this village is fucking burnt to shit, covered in fucking smoke. Why is my axe still out? And also, I did hear guys, like, yelling about killing me. But whatever. But yeah, if you read, you can read a couple of things as you're around. Yeah, see, there's a fucking giant-ass wolf in there. And, you find out that these wolves were, like, fucking terrorizing this place. And then eventually they just burnt down the village. Not the wolves, like, the villagers burnt down their own village. Yeah, see, and it doesn't let you actually do anything to them from out here. Oof. I mean, I'm gonna climb up and obviously try and fight this one-on-one. Fucker. God, that's a big wolf. The targeting, I will say, the switching is a little bit fucked for me. I also don't know if it's even possible to fucking, like... Oof. Oh, missed. Ow, fucker. Like, I don't know if you can counter these guys at all. It doesn't seem like it. Like, once again, animals are the biggest threat to everybody on the fucking face of the planet. Okay, there's one. Oh, and the other one just jumps right up. Alright. Now, will that one stay up there? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oof, that did a good amount of damage, but it did not hit where I needed it to. Oh, fuck me. Get off of me. Also, did it just heal? Yeah, the hunter bow is definitely not... Oh, fuck off with your fucking attacks, man. I swear to God that if I don't play a game at some point in the future... Oh, right, and it won't let me do it because I'm in the middle of a fucking bullshit here. Where the actual fucking humans are the real goddamn danger and not the fucking random wildlife. Like, Jesus Christ. Not to mention that all the fucking animals have fucking unblockable attacks that you can't knock them out of. Their weak points are never where you can fucking hit them, because apparently shooting them in the head doesn't fucking count as hitting them in a fucking weak point, because that would make just too much damn sense. And like that right there, I clearly hit him in the weak point that I can see glowing at every point except the point where it's actually available to hit. And now he's a little bugged out, but I mean, I'll take it. There we go. There's two, and now I'm assuming that the last one will jump up. Oh. Okay. You're a weak point. No. Oh, there's one. No, that one didn't. Oh, fucking Christ, and I'm out of arrows. This one doesn't seem able to jump up, though, which is good for me, obviously. No, I don't want the predator bow. No. Come on, are you shitting me? There we go, there's two. But now he doesn't seem to have... Oh, no, he does. I see another... Nope, missed it. Try and get a little bit better angle on it. No, hang on. Just like right... Nope, damn. Okay, this should work. Nope, damn it. Okay. Oh, you kidding me? Unless that's not... That may not be a glowing point. Oh, whatever. Yeah, whatever, Eivor. I mean, I'd feel bad about this if it wasn't for the fact that the animals are such fucking horse shit in this game.
Foul.
And there's the corpse feeders. Some big fucking wolves. Alright. So now that that nonsense is over, the Death's Hound head. So I got some rations, even though I don't think I actually used any. Yeah, I mean, I feel like them having the weak points on the animals and on the people are obviously cool. Like, that's a good idea. Except for everything about them, you know? And how they actually work. Because, I mean, obviously having a weak point that you can hit to stun them and potentially get a stun attack in, while it's great, the fact that the animals, any animal that you fight, is such bullshit, and then especially those ones, they put the weak points on parts of their body that the odds of you managing to actually hit that point while in combat, because you can't do it outside of combat, because for some reason if you're not in the arena, you can't damage them no matter what you're using. Like, I can fucking predator bow them. Now, once again, I understand why they did that from a video game perspective. They don't want you to just stand outside the arena and snipe them with your predator bow. I understand that. if that's the case, then put them in a location where that's not possible, you know? I mean, yes, it might be difficult, but I mean, if you put them in a location where it's not possible, or make their AI um, do it so that, like, you know, if they get hit with an arrow, then they move to a location that you can't hurt them, you know, like put them in a cave around a bend, you know, and have it where they won't be out in the open or something, you know, or have it where, like, as you approach the location, they like jump at you and knock you into a pit with them that you can't climb out of until after you win the fight, you know. Do something. Don't just have three giant ass wolves in the middle of a field and you can't hurt them until you get within range of them. Now, granted, it also makes no sense that those wolves couldn't get out of said field, but, you know, whatever. Oh, I remember this one. I had to do most of this. What I'm assuming is most of this quest just to get the loot that was down here.
Here in solitude, forever enclosed, I forswear all earthly pleasures.
What are you doing in this dungeon?
I devote myself to solitary prayer, to confession and fasting.
I have broken the lock. You can leave.
But I choose to live this way. I am an anchoress. This is my entire life.
Sealed up here. All day and night for life. It is an odd way to worship.
I am at complete peace with the world. Can you say as much?
How can you be at peace with the world if you live beyond its reach?
I know the pain it can inflict.
Come outside. Your god won't be angry for just a few moments. Come. Come.
I will follow you, if only to feel the grass beneath my feet. I will repent when I return. I came here after the dark times.
Okay.
Pestilence and hunger. The death
Now,
of
is
my
something
father.
going to happen
It
to
has
her?
been years. I wonder what it will be like to once again feel a cool breeze, the warm sun, the scent of lavender.
I mean, somebody has to come in and feed you, though, right?
The world, it is so beautiful. The earth's beauty renews us. Thank you, stranger. My life begins anew.
Sure. Alright then. So that's that
We are
quest.
of thy world, my lord, and thereof we are
We
grateful.
convinced the weird nun lady to come out of the basement, which, I don't know. That's weird. I mean, the thing is like, that was locked. Like, I had to go and find the key and open it. Now, granted, once again, if she had been down there for years, obviously somebody was bringing her food. And the key wasn't really hidden. It was nearby. So, I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't go unlock it, bring her food, and then when they left, lock it again. I mean, why they would bother, I don't know. Clearly, she was not a flight risk. But, you know, whatever.
Strange.
Alright, let's see what these mushrooms do. Another hallucination challenge. My friend trying to get me to buy a fucking breakpoint again. Alright. Let's see what we got. I don't see anything immediately obvious to me. Now this does look like it's pointing towards that one. That one has a shield on. Okay, they all have a shield on top. Ooh, do they all have different amounts of crosses next to them? Let's see. This one has one that I can see. That one has two. This one has fucking 5. Okay, so I'm going to go through the one with 1 cross. And then I'm going to assume that that's all it is I just have to go through, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that one had 1. This one has 2. So it would be next. This one has 3. That one would be 4. And then 5. Easy peasy. Much easier than the last one we did. Much
Wary
much
guest who
easier.
wants a meal is silent. He listens,
must a wise man be who searches within himself.
Sure. These are really weird mysteries. Like they take a not insignificant amount of effort. And you don't really get a reward from them. I mean, obviously I just got 2 skill points, but that was from leveling up, not specifically doing the mystery. Which I think is weird. Like, even, like, 1 skill point, because, like, obviously they're not very hard. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Like, obviously they're not very hard mysteries a lot of the time. Like I said, that last one that we did before that was... Oh, fucking Christ, I gotta stop doing that. Where I'm holding my controller right now, I keep fucking bumping the thing. But yeah, it's fucking weird that you don't get anything. I could have swore that, like, the first one that we did gave us a skill point, but I mean, it might have just been that it leveled us up and gave us our regular 2 skill points again. But I mean, even like 700 experience, I mean, once again, it wasn't a hard thing to do, so giving us more experience, you know, doesn't really make sense. But at the same time, it's still like something to do. What is this person doing over here? Hey, buddy. Fishing? Alright then. I'm going to assume that he's going to be a part of this mystery. It's, well, I don't know. He is pretty far away from it. So maybe not. Well, that's a dead wolf. I'm assuming these people over here might have, well, I don't know. Maybe not. They look like just normal farmers, so maybe not. Ah, yes, the other fire that I remember.
Damn the fate the Nornir have spun.
Oh, I wonder if this is another one of the lost soldier dudes.
Why the cursing, Vikinger?
These are the funeral embers of the last of my raiding crew. One by one, they have fallen.
It is a heavy loss.
There is more. Just days ago, news from Norway tells me my family has been taken by the plague. All of them. All!
Vikinger.
My wife, my children. All my pretty ones. It is too much.
You must grieve for your loss, friend.
I cannot weep. As a raider, I taught myself not to. Could you give me leave to weep?
What do you mean?
You are a Vikinger, as am I. Perhaps if you gave me leave, I would water the earth with a storm of tears to soften the pain.
Consider me your chieftain. Consider that I command you. Weep, Vikinger. Weep.
It is no good. I cannot. I cannot. Oh, God.
All right. Oh, nope, stop. Why the hell did you do 2 attacks, weirdo? Alright. So yeah, he lost his crew, he lost his family. Wow. Good God. That wasn't my friend, by the way. That one was just my phone. One of my games going off. That was my friend, though. Alright. Okay, so that is all the mysteries. So that's that. Let's see how long we've been going. Equip your cloak to keep a low profile and attract less attention in distrust areas. Bullshit. If you put up your cloak and then you could walk around distrust areas and it wasn't like automatic and you actually had to do it, then maybe. But I mean, the fact that you still get attacked like almost immediately, even with your cloak up, is pointless. I mean, okay, so yeah, we'll do this quest. That'll probably take us to the half-hour mark because we haven't even been going for near that. Alright. So let's go deal with whatever it was at the bakery. I don't remember what... I don't think we actually talked to them. Maybe we did. Or was this the... Yeah, this was the bakery, not the brewery.
Your bakery's done, Tobin. And our feasting table will be warmer for it.
Eivor, that is kind of. I hope one day I can repay you.
You are among friends here. There's no need.
No need, but a desire. An earnest one. I remember the good things people do for me. To warm my heart in times when kindnesses are few and far between. There was one more thing, though, if you had a moment. A grain merchant has set up downriver. I want to bring a half-dozen bags for you, but I would need an extra pair of hands.
I can lend a hand.
That's a relief. I did not fancy asking Holger.
I don't really know which one Holger is. Get to the market with Tarbin. Alright. I'm going to assume that we're
Tarbin,
taking a
what
boat.
brought you to our clan?
Your reputation. Heard folk say a band of hard-drinking, battle-scarred warriors had washed up on shore. Said you had settled in the center of Mercia, taking in whatever flotsam, jetsam, and jumble of misfits came to your docks.
And this appealed to you?
More than anything. Always been a bit of a drifter. The thought of settling in a rowdy camp felt like a good balance. And being a baker, I knew my services would not be sniffed at.
I feel like being a baker, your services would very specifically be sniffed at. I mean, if I had a village like this, I would love a baker who would smell delicious outside all the time. Unless, you know, he fucked up. But still, that's beside the point. And I know this because, I mean, even like when I used to walk past Co-op, one of the grocery stores in town, when I would go to work in the mornings.
I do hear that a lot.
But baking is your only craft, is that right?
I have always enjoyed it. And I have always been good at it. But when I'm not able to find such work, I take odd jobs where I can. So long as I can work with my hands.
Well, we have that in common.
But yeah, like when I used to work at the liquor store there and walk to work, I would, depending on what time I had to work, if it was the right shift, I'd make sure that I took, because I had a couple different routes that I could take. But if it was the right time, or the right shift, I'd make sure I walked past the one grocery store in town because they would be baking in the morning to get it all done before the store opened up, and it would smell delicious every day.
A fighter. That much I know. But if you could stop fighting, what would you do?
You asked the wrong question. I can stop fighting, but to do so would be to deny the essence of who I am. I think you mean, if I had to stop fighting, what would I become?
No, you've given me the answer I wanted. It's good you found what calls you. A rare and happy thing.
Alright, I'm assuming I need to pull up to this dock over here then. Or I love how they put the raiding symbols on even when you get on one of these boats, like you're gonna go fucking raid. Like... Pull in. There we go.
Yes, I see you both. What can I... It's you. What are you doing in Mercia?
Collecting grain. 30 silver's worth if you can spare it. I do have the coin.
Right. Well... Take what you need and get going.
That should cover it. Thank you kindly.
Of course. And you take good care of yourself. Yeah?
Okay. I mean, obviously there's a story behind this. I'm imagining that we'll hear it on our way back. Because that guy seemed fairly fucking scared. And it wasn't Eivor this time. Also, I know I keep switching between Eivor and Eivor, but
Is that your usual vendor?
I don't care.
He seemed a little surprised to see you.
Did he? Well, could be he knows somebody who looks like me. There's no shortage of big bearded men around here, yeah?
I suppose not.
Yeah, come on, buddy. I know that there's more to it than that. There's gotta be. Man, this quest is just barely gonna put us at the half-hour mark, isn't it? Which reminds me, I know I talked about this maybe once or twice in some Let's Play or another, but I've been writing a book. I finished it, and I actually submitted it to a publisher who was interested in
About your
publishing it,
question earlier,
but
what
they
would I
wanted
do
me to
if I
pay them
weren't a warrior?
$5,000 to
I would
fucking
ask the
publish
same
my
of
book.
you. Is baking bread your greatest wish?
Is there something wrong with wanting to bake bread? The Romans baked bread. The Egyptians baked bread.
It is a fine trade, but is it your calling?
It is my calling to feed people, I'd say. To be of service to those I care for, and who care for me. That brings me joy.
Put that way, it is a noble pursuit.
I don't know that it's noble. It is simply what gets me up in the morning. It gives me purpose for the rest of my day.
But yeah, they wanted me to pay $5,000 for them to publish my book, and I would get 25% of the profits. And yeah, I mean, so I didn't, and I have to find a different publisher. But I mean, the fact that at least one was interested in publishing my book gives me a little bit of hope that I'll be able to find one that won't want me to pay for most of it. Because I mean, I looked up how much it costs to self-publish a book, and it was like $2,000, $2,500. Like a couple of things I looked at range between like $2,000 and $3,000. So like you would think that if their contract was supposed to be
Need
I
help
pay
with
for
your
a
brain?
little bit of it.
No need, no need. I'll do the rest myself. Bring it in and put it where I like.
All right. It was good to speak with you, Tobin. A welcome diversion.
You too, Eivor. Thank you for your help.
But yeah, you would think that if a publisher was gonna like split the cost with you, it wouldn't cost you twice as much. Is it?
While you were away, your Jomsvikingar helped to serve other Jarls.
So I hear.
Here's the tribute they earned.
Oh, nice. They're just gonna. Nice. Okay.
I must take
I'd
my
show
leave.
you, but they haven't
So long.
changed. I mean, she looks pretty much exactly the same as she used to. Her maces look very, very slightly different, but that's it.
Yes, yes, one more. And only because you all have such good taste. Now, this one begins a long time ago at a desert oasis, far away. A place of mystery, wonder, and a temple to a hidden god. The guardian of this temple was a proud man, kingly in nature, but not in fact. A protector of holy wisdom. And this protector had a wife, a scholar, who spent her days reading ancient tomes and deciphering the secrets of the desert. Together they had a son, in whom they hoped to instill all their skill and knowledge. The boy was to be a union of their love. But then it came to pass that the king of that land arrived to seize the temple for himself. The protector resisted. In the battle that followed, the boy was killed and the temple was taken. Struck with grief, the protector and the scholar separated.
A king who kills a child is an heir-de. They should kill him back.
They
Indeed.
did.
But for a long time, the protector and the scholar followed solitary paths, seeking for a way to revenge their son. But in their isolation, they found only anguish and pain. Alone, they could do nothing but weep and thrash at the fates. After many fruitless years, they came together again to mourn their failure. They embraced as they had in their youth. And in that joining, they realized what was missing. Only the union that had produced their son would lead to their victory. So the protector taught the scholar to fight and ride and seek, while the scholar taught the protector wisdom and deep knowledge. As they trained and studied, they became inseparable, moving, eating, sleeping as one. They were never seen apart. Until one day, they met upon the river's edge. They had learned all they could. Her from him from her. It was here they kissed and separated. She traveled east, he west. They were never seen again. It is said, however, that once every year, two eagles would return to that very spot to linger and look upon the sea. The people of the region like to see these eagles. for they are an omen, a symbol of protection.
They turned into birds, like Loki became a salmon.
Perhaps. Still, others say that the eagles were their children, born of a love that could never endure. But who is to say for sure?
A stirring story. Fanciful, but sincere enough.
Me? Fanciful? All of my stories are perfectly and mostly true.
Yeah, I mean, except that they were apart a lot because that was clearly Bayek and Aya, whatever. Um, that story was about, and like, yeah, they separated for
Hi,
most of the
Eivor.
fucking game. And yeah, they were seen apart quite a bit. So, anyway, with that story, that nice rendering of Assassin's Creed Origins, shortened down quite a bit, that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time where we will head into jolly old London town.